Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Clash of the Worlds. Before we begin the episode, I would like to ask you to please also go and check out my gaming review channel, Kanoa Reviews, where I do video reviews of both old and new games. You can find the link to the Kanoa Reviews channel in the description down below. If you like the content there, then please consider subscribing to the Kanoa Reviews channel, since it helps me out a lot. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the episode. With the Battle of Earth still raging on, it was time for the UNSC to use their recently created hunter-killer tanks in their setup Terminator project. The Terminators themselves had proven very strong against the Imperium's forces, as well as the Orks, and these tanks were created with the intent on taking on their Titans. At a nearby military airport that not too long ago was still in UNSC hands, the Orks had taken over after an evacuation had been issued after it had been attacked by droids belonging to the Empire. The Orks had set up 2 ORK STOMPAS there. Though the tanks were created to take out the stronger Warhound Titan, some scientists believed it could be a good test to put their tanks against the weaker ORK STOMPAS, just for assurance. So a multitude of HK tanks were sent in to deal with the 2 STOMPAS from afar. In the village in front of the airfield, several Orks had set up and would need to be engaged by infantry. For this, UNSC troops would be accompanied by Terminators, with the clones sitting this one out due to their mistrust of robotics. Alright, hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Clash of the Worlds. Today, we have finally a battle including the hunter-killer tanks. It's been a long while coming, and to test them out, we're actually going to face them against 2 ORK STOMPAS. See how that will work out. Here they come. Let's actually make sure that we won't be driven over by them. There we go. Opening fire probably on the STOMPAS across the village or on the Orks in the village. More hunter-killer tanks coming this way. Yeah, they're shooting over the village. Probably taking on... Oh! Yeah, you can see chunks flying off. That is probably by the ORK STOMPA. Oh, the battle rages on. Gonna stick a little bit closer. Oh, we already lost 1 hunter-killer tank. Ooh, that village is not gonna survive it. Seeing a lot of blasts. Alright, going in. So the goal of the infantry here is to hold off the Orks while the hunter-killer tanks deal with the STOMPAS. Doesn't bode well how quickly that one hunter-killer tank died or got destroyed. Then again, we do have multiple during this assault. Okay, let's go indeed. What do we got? We got Orks. We got greenskins. Ugh! Immediately died. Let's actually switch to another Halo unit. Auto rifleman, why not? Kinda have to find my bearing here. Okay, this is where I died. Again, the Terminators have it quite easy against the Orks. He's running. A lot of explosions. Oh god. Buildings being destroyed from the battle that's raging on between the HK tanks and the STOMPAS. Oh, that's gonna be a big boom. Gonna move to the right flank. Ooh, god, almost shot him. Friendly troops. It's good to see a friendly face in this chaos. I actually really love this concept. Having a battle, and outside, having a different one. That's dominating everyone. What you got, soldier? See some dead orcs, but... Oh. He's right behind this wall. There we go. I'm hurt. I cannot actually heal myself. My character might have already used his first aid kit. I'm gonna fall back. I see another orc in the distance. Nope. Might still actually have the first aid. No. No, I don't. I cannot heal. Not too sure how we're doing, but I see a lot of smoke on our side. Might not be good. Probably not too long from now they will send in the second wave. See what we can do there. There you are. I will say, the orcs take a ton of punishment from the Halo unit's weapons. If hit by Terminator weapons, they go down quite easily, but they literally have to be hit, like, I don't know, 20, 30 times with Halo weapons to in order to go down. There's one. Two, actually. Uh-oh, another big boom. Oh, that's one of those. So in Arma, they sometimes kind of bug out, and they just keep on flying. That annoying sound will also now kind of keep echoing throughout. Maybe if I would walk into it, it would explode. I'm not too sure. You can actually see now that for the infantry, most of the battle has now shifted to the outskirts. But this was never a question of taking the walking to the left, but of taking the village. Okay, I got him. I actually saw his like sigil, like his sign that he wore on his back. Well, on an infantry basis, we're winning this. On a hunter-killer tank versus Stompa, we are definitely not. Also lost a lot of Terminators in this exchange. Oh, they battled all the way up to here. Jeez. There we go. It finally exploded. There they are. They are the Stompers. There's a little bit of infantry over there. Nothing too much. Probably with us having set dominance here with the infantry, it is time for the second wave of the hunter-killer tanks. See if we can actually get through those Stompas. If not, we will have to retreat. even though we established victory over these orcs. But that was, of course, not the goal. We're just the support units in this case. The initial first wave of tanks had suffered incredible losses. A second and final wave was called in to hopefully deal with the STOMPAS that had used a lot of their ammo already. Alright everybody, here we are with the second wave of hunter-killer tanks. I'm actually playing as the driver. I wanted to also play as the gunner, but for some reason if you go in a first-person aim mode, it's very inaccurate. And third-person aiming with this works very weird. So I'll let the AI hopefully hit its target. You can see the other hunter-killer tanks moving forward. I assume they will come under fire very soon as well. You can already see smoke at the horizon. There are the two STOMPAS, right to the airfield. Some huge explosions hitting the town. Looks like some are actually trying to make a flanking maneuver. That hunter-killer just got taken down. Two huge rockets coming this way. Not too sure what they're aiming at. Looks like they're aiming for the village. We're going around. Yeah, they're bombarding the village. Those outskirts where we just fought. Well, I'm not too sure if my gunner's going to fire. I might actually have to switch manually to the gunner because it's not doing a whole lot. So, you can actually see that if I now switch to third person, I'm aiming way too high. So, I actually have to aim like that, which is not ideal. Are we hit on the track? We are stuck on something? I cannot move. That's because now I'm not the driver, am I? No. No, our driver might have been taken out. I'm not too sure. There we go. This is a good angle. Switching to plasma cannon. A little higher. Man, it's taking it like it's nothing. This does not bode well for if we face a Titan, that's for sure. UNSC had so much hope for this. It feels like something from Dragon Ball Z, where like the enemy does all these like key blasts on an enemy and it's just all smoke. And you think he's obliterated, but then he just stands there as if it's nothing. Nothing. That's what's happening right now. Unbelievable. Not even a scratch. And you can see the plasma from our fellow hunter-killer tanks as well. Now they're not as active as I am, but still, they are getting punished by the other units as well. This is oh my goodness, this is a very clear impossibility. Ooh boy. What a giant mistake the UNSC made here. Yeah, no, it's not working. We're gonna call them in retreat. The huge loss. I guess they did win the battle of the village, but that village was worth nothing. We're gonna have to reconsider what we do with these hunter-killers. Yeah, still fire coming from those STOMPAS. The hunter-killer tank project seemingly ended up in a disaster. Even with over twice the amount of tanks, the odds could not be put in the UNSC's favor. Both STOMPAS were still standing at the end of that day, whereas multiple hunter-killer tanks lay burning in the sand. Despite fighting valiantly and taking out a lot of orcs, the men of the UNSC that died that day died for nothing.